Welcome to What's New in Burbank. You might have heard the Special Olympics World Games will be held in Los Angeles starting July 25th. Before that, from July 21st to July 24th, the city of Burbank will be among scores of Southland communities to act as so-called host towns. More than 7,000 athletes from 177 countries will be participating in the Games. Burbank will welcome 2 delegations totaling nearly 100 people, 2/3 of whom will be adult athletes from the landlocked southern African countries of Botswana and Zimbabwe. The capital city of Botswana, by the way, called Gaborone, is one of Burbank's 4 sister cities. The delegations will stay in the dorms at Woodbury University as athletes become acclimated to the time zone while enjoying activities in and around Burbank. During the World Games from July 25th to August 2nd, athletes will be housed closer to the venues where the competitions take place. To find out more about the 2015 Special Olympics World Games in Los Angeles, visit la2015.org.
3, 2, 1.
It's time to get your baskets, bonnets, and bikes ready for the 2015 Spring Extravaganza on Saturday, April 4th. McCambridge Park will be filled with fun activities for all ages, including games, a bounce house, photo opportunities, and the traditional egg hunts for children 10 and younger. New this year is the Bike Valet, giving families the opportunity to ride to McCambridge Park and conveniently valet park their bicycles. This event is free, but to participate in the egg hunts, you must reserve a spot. To register, go to burbankparks.com. There are a limited number of spots available for the egg hunt, so don't delay. For more information, call 818-238-5300 or visit burbankca.gov. The Spring Extravaganza, Saturday morning, April 4th at McCambridge Park. We'll see you there. The votes were counted and certified by the Burbank City Clerk's office on Friday, February 27th, 2.5 days after the final votes were cast in the February 24th Burbank primary municipal election. An additional 87 ballots, which had needed signature verification by the Los Angeles County Registrar's Office, were counted and added to the election night total. The 87 votes did not change the election outcome. None of the 7 candidates running for 2 spots on the Burbank City Council was able to muster enough votes, namely 50% plus 1, thus leaving the top 4 finishers to battle it out in the Burbank Municipal General Election on April 14th. The top 2 finishers were Emily Gabeletti and Will Rogers. Finishing 3rd and 4th, respectively, were Christopher John Rosati and Juan Guillen. With the thinning of the herd from the original 7, voters will now focus on just those 4 candidates and will select 2 winners on April 14th. In the race for 3 seats on the Burbank Unified School District Board of Education, it was a much different story. Out of 6 hopefuls, 2 of them did surpass 50% and were thus elected outright in the primary. The 2 winners were Roberta Reynolds and Steve Ferguson, leaving just 2 of the remaining 4 hopefuls to move on to the April general election to battle it out for the 1 remaining seat. The 2 competitors are Dr. Armand Agakanyan and Gregory Sousa. 10,190 Burbankers out of 61,104 registered voters participated in the election, resulting in a 17% turnout. More than 61,000 general election ballots will be mailed out in the middle of March for the April 14th election. With spring approaching, you can add a little more green to beautiful Burbank by participating in the 60th annual Plant a Tree Month in March. For the next few weeks, the Civic Pride Committee will be raising money to help pay for new trees to be planted in Burbank. Your donation can be made in honor or in memory of a loved one whose name will be read at a special tree planting ceremony.
In memory of William Dan Shalaji.
Look for the donation form in the Burbank USA newsletter that arrives with your BWP bill during the month of February. You can also find donation flyers at city locations or on the city's website, burbankca.gov. It's only been 2 months since the Burbank float called Jungle Rescue rolled down Colorado Boulevard. Since then, the Burbank Tournament of Roses Association picked its float design for the January 1st, 2016 parade, which has the theme Find Your Adventure. In January, Burbank received 81 entries in its 2016 design contest. The 12 Board of Directors of the Burbank Tournament of Roses Association selected 6 finalists from those 81 entries, and from those 6, all the members of the local Rose Float Association selected their number 1 choice on February 5th. Well, in early March, the Pasadena Tournament of Roses Association accepted that number 1 choice, called Vacation Adventure, which shows a family of raccoons going on a great adventure. The Burbank folks are now hard at work transforming this sketch into a colorful float. The 38-foot Los Angeles River Rover, a mobile education center, is rolling toward Burbank and will arrive at the Buena Vista Library from 12 noon to 4 p.m. on Saturday, March 28th. Designed to educate the curious of all ages, the River Rover will take you on a tour of the LA River's past, present, and future, exposing you to carp, frog skeletons, mosquito fish, and aquatic insects through a microscope. And the folks from the Burbank Recycle Center will be on hand to test your skills with recycling games. That's Saturday, March 28th at BV Library from 12 noon to 4 p.m. For more information, call the Friends of the Los Angeles River at 323-223-0585. The City of Burbank's Veterans Job Fair is returning to McCambridge Recreation Center on Thursday, March 19th. The collaborative effort between Burbank Workforce Connection, Verdugo Job Center, and the Employment Development Department is committed to bring the community together to get veterans working. Attendees will get the chance to meet representatives from a room full of well-respected local employers. Job seekers are encouraged to dress to impress, bring multiple copies of your resume, military ID or current veterans card, and social security card. You can register online at eventbrite.com or in person at either the Burbank Workforce Connection or the Verdugo Job Center. For more information, call the Burbank Workforce Connection at 818-238-5627. I'm Peter Maserlian, and this has been What's New in Burbank.